like tried it for 5 rounds?
The only lows work against the lows will.
Fuck, they're so good. Chat's like, you got this, but no. No, I don't. GG's. Eclipse, GG's. But I got one. I didn't go 0-2.
As someone who plays the bear, scamming people is the way of the bear.
The way of the bear. We got a viewer who's watching. Oh, thank you. Aw, real Albertino. You are a viewer. So. Hi. Fun times. Okay, just bear things, indeed. I'll let my opponent be the one to report the good news. And so, we are out the tournament. That was a good run. I think so. So, not Tekken, Virtua Fighter, or Tekken, then Virtua Fighter, or neither. When's the last time you played Tekken?
Eh?
When's the last time you played Tekken?
Yeah, last time I played, I think, wow, I've been like traveling and working. Like, it's I'm thinking here. It's been a hot minute since I played anything because unfortunately, one of the demands of the job is even though my life is fighting games,
yes,
sometimes I rarely get to play fighting games.
I know.
Which is kind of jacked up, and I do resent it every now and then.
Sure. Well,
but
we could. Chat is saying both. I mean,
last time I played VF mildly seriously was well over a year ago. Is all I'll say.
I mean, that's fine by. I don't mind it if you don't mind it.
I just embarrass myself. I know how it is. I'll get the hit.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, wait, which combo?
Yes.
Or if I'm playing Vanessa, then it's gonna be 10,000 times worse.
Yes.
Because if I'm ever playing Vanessa again, I need to like lock myself away for a week. So she's not even on the menu.
She's off the table.
So it'd be Wolf, and then I'll get like down forward KG, and like okay, and like and you'll just fall down, and I won't even do it. Yeah. So
yeah.
I
can play a pocket character. What they're saying. Get that Kuma on the screen. They want to see your Kuma.
I haven't played Kuma in like a month. Like, sure, I know the moves. Like I don't remember much.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like legit, right now, I'm super weak at every game. That's like once again.
He makes content.
Yeah, like I made the Steve guide, and trust me, I just made that Steve guide. I can't play Steve.
How do you do it?
I can break down everything scientifically, learn everything, and like for Steve, I have like a burner account when I'm making guys like play the games and all that. And trust me, right now, I have to watch the guide how to learn how to play Steve. I can't remember anything about him.
That's so amazing.
Like, I remember in the Dragon Ball days, especially, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, people want to see Blue Vegeta on stream today?
Right.
And so early in the day, I'd rewatch my own video on how to play the character.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the shit is real. Yeah, chat, they understand. They want to see the Steve.
I don't have a Steve. Like, I had so many people like, thank you for Steve guy, I learned so much. And like, I have retained nothing.
Yeah.
Because like right now, I don't know who's next, like probably Nina. And like, so like I have some vague Nina information in my brain right now, and just it's like once one goes in, the other just goes out.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, you're doing a lot, so it makes sense. When your career takes over your passions, well, they're the roof will longer.
And like it's true. Like it's sometimes like I'm not gonna say like I hate the job or not. It does suck. Like the one thing I'll say is if I rewind like 10 years ago, and like to me it's like okay, you're actually famous for fighting games. But it's like not for playing them. I would probably like no deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to make content, and I do make content. Like it's important to me. But I primarily am a competitor.
Yeah.
Like that's what I care about. I want to compete and beat people's fucking shits up.
Yeah.
That's what I care about the most.
Like one thing, we're already in like May or not May, March. One of my goals for this year is to un-F the work-life balance.
Yeah.
And I feel like a really good motivator for that will be season 2 of Street Fighter. Because like then like I'll go to I want to compete, right? Like and I want to get the juices going.
Right.
But right now, like, because I keep traveling and I'm like, I can't get anything like, because I'm very self-conscious is the term for it. But like, I beat myself up about my level of play all the time, right? And if I feel like I can't do this like level, which is like not unrealistic, but like I don't even know how to phrase this, but like I'm tough on myself, right?
Yeah.
So like I'll spend like okay, today 6 hours training mode, and tomorrow is gonna be grind ranked all day, and then like right as I'm about to go to bed, news drops for something, and I find out another thing's happening next day, and like okay, well drop a rank because I gotta make this one, and then I gotta do this, like so, like I gotta focus on what pays my rent.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
And so, unfortunately, sometimes it means I don't get to play the games as much.
Right. It's hard to be a full-time content creator and competitor, or just play the game. Kazumi wasn't even needed. Wait, what? What's going on with chat? What? Kazumi? Kazumi's gonna be in this game? You think? No. Right? She's gone.
Kazumi? No.
From Arsenal, I'm so
like
salty.
Reina has like a couple Kazumi traits, so she's super dead.
So apparently Arslan is... People think Arslan's salted that every character he plays becomes nerfed.
Oh, it's true.
That's what happens when you're that good. Like, you're so... Imagine how good you have to be that, like, when you use such a character, they have to nerf it because you are just so good at figuring out how to make their characters broken.
Yeah.
Like, that's a skill.
It is.
Proud of him. I want to get a character nerf one day.
Yeah.
You know? If I could have been the one to make Eileen get nerfed, I wasn't good enough then.
Yeah. I did it for Dragon Ball multiple times. Because that was the last time I was like dead serious about playing, right?
Yeah.
I remember, I don't want to give away too many secrets. I made a tweet once about a very messed up setup.
Yeah.
And then the next patch happened, and the exact two examples I used were nerfed. And everyone's like, why is Frieza and Piccolo be nerfed? Like, these moves are garbage.
Yeah.
But in the setup, it led to an unescapable grab. But I never posted every version of that setup. And the other assists that made it possible were never touched, only the ones I publicly shown. And that's one of those little things like, I know I got the balance changed.
Yes.
Because like, before that, like the only time I ever got balance, like, it's not for fighting, it's like for MMOs and grief.
Which MMO are you in?
I've been banned from almost every MMO. Like, I've been banned from City Heroes 6 times.
Oh my god.
I've been banned from WoW twice.
I love it.
Yeah, because like
the griefer.
Yeah, that's how I started. Like, if anyone watching knows their MMOs, they know the Guild Goon Squad, which is very infamous for
Goonie.
No, the modern terminology is not in the lingo. The modern terminology, not so much, but we're rude lads back in the day.
Yes, you're so polite. Now.
Well, I am polite to the point where like I now have to worry about getting canceled if I say the wrong thing.
This is true. Yeah.
But I also start fights on Twitter almost every day, so I'm still not all the way there yet.
What is Rufal getting banned from? MMOs, back in the day.
I've been banned from Meridian 59. I've been banned from UO a couple times. Been banned from EverQuest twice.
EverQuest.
Been banned from Ashran's Call a lot of times.
What did you do in EverQuest?
EverQuest?
Yeah, well, I used to play that one. What did you do in that one? How?
Aggroing Priest of Discord.
Okay.
And doing it in such a way that it would kill everyone in the room.
That would get you banned?
Yeah, because it's not intended. Like, and this is on the PvE servers, right?
Okay.
Like, we're not just playing on what the fuck was the one PvE Shadow, whatever. The server in my heart is Darktide. That's Ashran's Call, right? But yeah, if you aggro the Priest of Discord in a certain way, he'll just freak out and kill everybody.
Okay.
And EQ being EQ, you lose experience and levels, and you might lose all your items if you don't get it right away, right? So that it was very funny for me when I was younger, but obviously if you're on the wrong end of that, not so much.
I used to play, I never got very far in that game because it was hard when I was a kid, but there was a Cobalt, place where all the Kobolds were. It was early, I think Quinault or not Freeport. There were two main cities, right?
Yeah.
Not Freeport, the other one.
Well, Freeport is for the humans. Depending on your race, you get a different starting area.
I was the Orient, I think their name is, but the other city, I think it was a Q.
Okay.
And there was
Quenos.
Yes, Quenos. I was playing out of there, and there was like a kobold, or I think I'm saying it wrong, but kobold kind of place, and there were always trains there.
Yeah.
And there were constantly just bodies of people just dead at the zone entrance. And like I got really good at just listening for train and just running. And run. Don't ask questions, just run.
If you're starting troll land, like you're in Guck or whatever, right? And just get the frog people mad, just train them in, run them in the newbie area, they'll kill everybody because there's no guards, and that's what I was fun doing.
You were that one.
Yeah, I was that guy.
And especially and because of that feature, you couldn't like go too deep to farm in the dungeon. Because if you were too deep, then you couldn't get out in time to move the train. You die. You die with everybody else. Fill in history.
Oh, it's a very different game design back then. You can't, for very good reasons, you can't I'd wait people up by the bank, right?
Yep.
I'd put everything in the bank. You could freely pickpocket other players. So I would reach into your backpack, open my bank, steal your item out of your backpack into my bank, and I would be instantly killed by the guard, but you lost your item forever.
Yes.
And I would do that all day.
You were so good at that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Trollmonger, there's the lore. Come for the lore. The Rooflemonger lore.
Every villain can be, dude, some would say the villain arc never ended, right? So
I mean, basically, that's just fighting games, right?
Yeah.
You were just a fighting game.
That's why I like fighting. I'm messing other people up.
Oh, we just troll people. It's just with our fists. See, you should. You do play Kuma. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Play Xiao Yu.
I like playing the big characters in general, right? And I like making sure I represent characters that no one else would touch.
Mm-hmm.
I got the hour-long Kuma guide, and let's assured, I'm sure someone else made a Kuma guide along the way, but you're not gonna find any other resources detailed as I did.
No.
Same with even though he's top tier, Feng. No, there's almost no Feng resources out there.
Really?
Because Feng, even though he's top tier, is not popular.
Yeah.
So, I try to champion the lesser played character. Street Fighter 6 launch, I made a Kami guide because I was effectively paid to make a Kami guide. But I made a Honda and Manon guide, right?
Yeah.
Because I knew, if not me, then who?
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. I like Kami as well. Have you played Street Fighter recently? Were you playing it at the event or?
I'm waiting for season 2. This kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm in a holding pattern right now where right now I know season 2 of Street Fighter is my best chance to get deadly serious again in the way I haven't in a long time.
So you're gonna get serious?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I was for launch until I got banned from CPT, and then that just because I was I'm gonna grind nonstop,
I thought
right?
You didn't know.
Because I was already signed up for 2 tournaments. I had hotels booked and everything, right?
Oh my god.
And then I'm like, do I do what's right for the channel or what's right for tournaments? And okay, do I make top 8 at a small tournament? Or do I have the best month in the history of my channel?
Yeah.
And I chose have the best month in the history of my channel, which is the right choice.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, I was all ready. I had 3 tournaments set up. 2 were CPT, 1 was Evo, and the other one was Get On My Level Gommel, which is it's famous in Canada as a Smash tournament, but does other games now.
I know that.
And so 2 immediately, I literally can't play anymore.
It gets banned to this day.
Yeah,
You're still getting banned.
So the 2 I had okay, I have to recuse myself.
Yeah.
And the Get On My Level trip is when the Riot trip happened.
And
then okay, do I do the one Street Fighter tournament I can?
Yeah.
Or do I go to this hyper exclusive trip?
You have to go.
That got me called the FGC Illuminati. And okay, so obviously I do that.
Yes.
So I went from all this, and then every prospect I had in the near future, gone. And then that killed my competitive drive after. It was well, I just didn't do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do this, and oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm basically looking for because right now I want to play Final Fantasy. Dragon's Dogma is coming up.
Yes.
I still haven't. I did an ad for Infinite Wealth. I haven't even played it yet. I bought it. It's not played yet. So I'm trying to use this time now before season 2 of Street Fighter. It's okay, let's get every other game done.
Yeah.
Before, because once season 2 starts, that's all it is.
When does it start? Do we know exactly?
We don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm assuming late May.
Okay. Late May.
I don't know.
How? Chat, you're ridiculous. How do you join the FGC Illuminati?
Have Riot spend thousands of dollars on you to fly them to your headquarters.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
You and all the other Illuminati members. Are there many of you? Are you allowed to talk about them?
There's aspects of that trip I am under non-disclosure agreement.
Look at that.
Because I can say this is not a shock. Like, hey, you saw the trailers for Project L.
Yeah.
It may shock you to find there'll be more characters than the ones that are. So yeah, like I cannot talk about that.
Of course not.
Yeah, but man, they're super accommodating. Like I got to meet a lot of people. Like I never met Leffen before. He was there.
I'm blocked by Leffen actually. I talked about Tekken. I supported the Tekken scene when they.
I know Leffen is considered a character.
He is very much a character. How's he in person?
I'll say in person he was a perfect gentleman. I had a great time talking to him.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So I can't speak for the other stuff. Like, I know, like for a lot of people, I'm like the great Satan too, right? So I get it.
Yeah.
But and like a lot of the devs were really nice. I never met XY before. He was there too. I get to see Justin like twice a year, so we get to hang out there for a bit.
He's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, like people say, I'm the hardest working guy in fighting games. Justin's the hardest working guy in fighting games.
Yeah.
Because Justin doesn't have days. Like I might kill myself for a week, and then like, okay, Justin has no days off.
Wow.
He's always gone.
That is.
So he's the hardest working.
So is that like his main job? Is that what he does? Like, does he have a day job, or is that just that's his job?
His job is collect sponsorships and travel.
That's
so.
why. I mean, that's not a bad. I mean, if he likes it, it's not a bad gig.
Yeah, like for me, I hate traveling. Like straight up.
Yes.
I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm a hillbilly. Like I'm first. I'm like, you won't find this facial hair.
No.
Like although in Quebec people think I'm like a biker, but
yeah, I see. I can see that.
That's because that's biker country, but for everyone else, it's hillbilly hair, right?
Okay.
Because like I'm okay with it. I play into it, sure.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But yeah, so it takes a lot for me to get out. Because like for me, like okay, the fastest I can get to the airport is 5 hours.
That's fucking forever.
That's fast. And let alone the flight, right?
Yeah.
So like the day I go to Riot, like okay, 5 hours to Toronto, get to the hotel, sleep overnight, 7-hour flight. Because Toronto to San Fran, 7 hours.
See, I wouldn't like traveling if I was in that situation either.
I know, but like it's one of those things where like the opportunities.
Yes.
So like, not everyone has the opportunity. You know, the only other people after our initial trip was like the Japan crew, because they were already there in town for Capcom Cup, right?
Okay.
So like Daigo and all them were invited by Riot to go.
Yeah. And see, if VF was more popular, I might be in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Maybe
we just got to get there, right? If Papa Sega is like, okay, come fly to wherever Sega USA is when the time comes.
We don't have one. There is no Sega. It's Sega Europe now. Sega Europe takes over USA for Sega.
Oh my god, like a 10-hour flight. If I did that, I don't know, but
Sega Europe now.
Yeah. Well, if Papa Sega calls either way, I'll go because you know, like I'm here to fly the flag, right? But that's basically what like. Because I've had smaller things like, hey, you want to go to this? Like, so what is it? It's like we're gonna do like a 20-minute preview.
No.
And like, no, I'm not spending like 3 days of my life to get there and back to play 20 minutes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they would pay for it though, right? Like they'd have to pay.
I've only been paid once ever
Oh.
for any of this for all the years I've done this.
That's wild. I would say no.
They'll pay the trip, they'll pay the hotel, they'll pay your food.
Okay.
They'll never pay you.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I feel that, but I might say yes to that.
Yeah.
Maybe, big maybe. I mean, soon. I mean, I'm starting a practice, like a private practice. I have like patients I gotta see, and I have like time I gotta see them. So if it's gonna interrupt with that, then I would like have to turn it down.
Yeah.
Because I got to see my people when I gotta see them. But what's nice about my gig is that like, I can work anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to be in the city or in the state. My patient does, but I can be anywhere I want in the whole world, and as long as they're here, I can see them.
And you should do what I do and live where I live.
Yeah.
Because part of the reason I can like, people think even though like within the context of the FGC I have a large channel, sure.
Yeah.
But like compared to like say COD, I'd be like
Yes.
small fry, right?
Yes.
So like, I make enough to live. But I can live the way I like. If I moved to Toronto, I'd have to quit YouTube. I'd have to get a different job because I couldn't afford to live in Toronto.
Yeah. That's. I mean.
Like Toronto rent is like 4 times what my rent is.
I mean, I'm sure that's probably what I'm looking at too.
Yeah.
Because Toronto is about the same price as here.
Yeah, Toronto's well, actually Vancouver's the most expensive city in Canada.
Wow.
Vancouver, say if this apartment somehow a house.
Yeah.
Well, $2 million.
Okay. I don't know how much it would be to buy it. I don't know how much it would be to rent. Because I have no.
Rent's usually like in Vancouver, if
Yeah.
you're in the city, like 3,000.
Okay, yeah.
That's cheap.
That's very expensive. Wait, Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's close then to us. I'm thinking like because Canadian dollars are a little like less.
Yeah,
than-
it is less. Yeah.
It's like a what 170 I think a US dollar or something whatever. Yeah.
That's not on the cheap end, right? Like
Yeah.
I know, like if you're in downtown Montreal,
Yes.
you can be paying up to 7,000 a month.
That sounds like Manhattan too.
Yeah.
I mean where I live in Harlem isn't like super expensive. And I've been here for like 15 years in this exact spot.
I ain't moving. Like I spot like where I live is substantially cheaper than the North American standard. Is what I'll say. It's how I got out of debt.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I totally feel that.
It's like you're using those.
Yeah. Right, you can see these.
I got those too.
Right, that's the fake one. That's the real one.
Yeah. I got some of those too, and you better believe I don't use them.
Yeah.
But I still got to pay for them,
Yes,
right?
you do.
Yeah. So.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't paid for that one. So for those who don't know what's over there, those are my degrees. So I put them on the wall, and I have a license under here and here, which y'all won't see, but this is what lets me work.
Yeah.
So this is the money maker right here. Now those are helpful, but this right here, that is what is going to make me not be poor and broke like I've been for the past 10 years. So.
But for me, because
Yes.
I used to, especially when I started transitioning to YouTube, gonna fire and all that.
Yes.
Like, I was riding the line of homelessness plus all my debts.
Yeah.
And now, because I don't have a car, I got rid of that. No gas, no insurance, no nothing. I don't I keep Netflix and that's it.
Yep.
Like I got rid of basically every expense now. So now, comparatively, I live fairly comfortably.
Yes.
Of course, if I moved to Toronto, I'd be out of money 4 months and homeless.
Right.
So, but that's why I like small town living.
Right.
And plus, I'm a child of the internet. So, there's actually an Amazon distribution center an hour away from where we live. So I can just get everything next day.
Wow.
And so, I don't need to go to any concerts. I don't need to. I'm too much like of a troglodyte for any higher culture.
Yes.
So I'm good.
No going to the theater or the
Yeah.
concert or the what's Ruth's degree? They're curious.
I have a marketing degree and a bachelor's of education.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you for following VOD, and I've been missing all the followers. I'll give you all shouts outs later. I appreciate all of you on both the tubes and the Twitch. We don't have to stream the whole time either. Like I don't want to. Like we can just hang out and just chill. Also,
I'm down. Whatever.
Cause it's lit. Avatar, yeah. What's up, Killer Monday? What's free? What's free? I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Luckily, I haven't been chat. I've been not paying attention to you at all. I typically am like so attentive to chat, and I just haven't been. I think Tricky has the best gig in the FGC. Personally, I don't really have a gig. I feel like in the FGC, I just kind of fell into something that worked out. My whole approach is just like I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to playing games or making content, but I like making content.
Yeah.
Like I love making
Oh, I think like years ago, like I made all sorts of like Injustice guides stuff. Like I did it for fun. Like I didn't make a dime off it.
Right.
And of course that's what saved me in the end. Because then under the old rules, because I had videos of like so many watch hours,
Yeah.
I could just click monetize and go.
Yes.
Like, and of course the standards were way the fuck different back
They
then.
were.
Yeah. So that's what saved me. Like if it didn't take off, then maybe I would have become a roofer, or like I've done so much farm stuff in my life, so maybe I would have been stuck as a farm hand. Like I would have figured something out.
Yes.
But that's sort of what worked.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like my man just made it work, and yeah, I've monetized on YouTube since Ultimate Showdown dropped. That's when I gained enough subs quickly enough to be able to become.
I'll tell you right now, the thing I hated the most of the job was when Ultimate Showdown dropped.
Really?
Because I was so frustrated. Because what happened the week after?
I remember.
Yeah, what happened the week after?
Fucking Strive. Fuck that shit.
The Strive came out.
It fucked us too. It fucked us too. We all got fucked.
And so, but like for me, the job
you couldn't
is
do
Strive,
it.
and
Yes.
at that point, that month was the best month I ever had by a mile.
Yes.
So like the right call for work was,
Sorry.
I waited so long for VF to like get any kind of like
Yep.
pump, and like I got to play Ultimate Showdown for all of a week. You know, I got to play for all of a week, and I'm like, okay, it's Strive time. And I was on Strive time for like the next year.
Yeah.
And for the career option, it was the smart move to make. I did the right call. I made more money.
Yep.
And like the one thing I can take out of like, even though it was only the week, I put up a lot of stuff, and the one VF video is the number 2 VF video on all of YouTube. Only Max with like, cause of course Max.
Max.
Right? Like, so only Max had one video up. Like, I'm number 2 if you just sort by views.
That's what's up.
And I think I'm also in still top 5 with the next one, right? But it just, because I wanted to play fucking VF, and here we are, and we had like the netcode. Like, if you're in the wrong region, like I know the netcode sucks, but like it's also because like VF has like twice the buffer even Tekken has. It remember like Tekken has such a huge buffer. Like,
yeah, I hate that. It's bullshit. It's 12.
That's why
for us.
When I played VF5 on 360, it worked.
Yes.
Like, maybe it wasn't the most optimal it could be, but it worked because the frame buffer was so big, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, professionally, I made the right choice, but personally, I'm like, fuck, I hate Guilty Gear. And like, I had fun with Guilty Gear, don't get me wrong, it's a good game.
Yeah.
But I was very frustrated, like, I waited so long for this one thing. It's like, okay, the only way I can get matched to be pissed off the same way, say, okay, whatever the new VF, like, the Virtua Fighter, they call it, right?
Yeah.
And then the week after, 2XKO launches.
Oh no, yo, that's my nightmare. I'm so scared of that.
Yeah.
I'm actually terrified.
Because then I'll be in that situation where, like, here's what I want. And, like, don't worry, I like 2XKO. Thank you, Papa Rai, for bringing me in, all that. Like, the game's cool. And people will like it, right? But I don't want to be in, because it drives me nuts when they're all stepping on each other's toes.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't coordinate a little bit more, because, like...
When I came back from the Toronto trip, Street Fighter patch, Mortal Kombat patch, Tekken patch.
Yep.
2 days. And they're all just scrambling over each other.
Do they not think that players want to play all of their games? Like
FGC has like the biggest crossover of like multiple players of multiple games of any genre.
It's so silly. It's like, give us a chance to play your games. They don't care. I think this is a good background.
No, I can definitely tell, like, at least as someone who covers SNK too. I almost feel like there's bad blood between Bandai and SNK because they snipe their stuff. Wow. Like, it frustrates me because like there's been over last year XYZ KOF announcements.
Yeah.
Like, how come you didn't cover them? Like, because 16 other things happen on the same day.
Right.
And, like, I want to, but like I have to be mercenary in the way like what will make me the most views for the day. And as much as I love, say, like the Dual Lawn launch or something, even though I hate him as a but Dual Lawn's like a snake edge guy.
Okay, in which game?
KOF.
Oh, I hate him. I feel like I hate him.
But like, I can't remember what it was exactly, but like something else happened. Like, oh, this will definitely get double the views. So I gotta pick and choose because there's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, no, that's what you have to do. That's part of why I like my. I mean, you and I talked about my channel way back. And you're like, hey, anyone wants to know how to do this? I'll like tell you things. And I was like, I was very upfront. Like, I'm just trying to make video content, and like, I don't really care about anything else. And you were like, well, that's probably not gonna do too well. But when a new game comes out, just go.
And I told you, like, you'll have a good bit.
Yes.
And then like naturally things will decline, obviously, and then all of a sudden Guilty Gear just comes and like smacks to the side, right?
It just knocked it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped my channel a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and it stayed helpful. But and then Tekken 8 is helping a bit now because I'm playing it.
Yeah. And
like it's what's cool is that like there aren't a lot of VF players who have transitioned over to like other games modernly. Old school tons of people. But like modern age, not so much. And so like what I'm liking what I'm doing right now is like I'm kind of showing, hey, this is how you can take a VF mindset to like Tekken. And like I'm starting to round up. I didn't really play Tekken. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just figuring it out.
Last Tekken I played seriously before this was fun.
Same.
Yeah.
That was trash. But I tried to play serious. That was just bad.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. It's a hard game. But I think that's part of what's doing well or what's helping.
I just want to know how it works in reverse when it happens when the day comes. 'Cause I understand that's why some Tekken players block me on Twitter, right? Where we do it works so much better in VF in this way, blah blah blah. Like what happens, like.
Well, that's why they block.
Yeah. It's like I'm here to be annoying about it. Like Harada said, he wants to fight.
He does.
Thank you, Harada. I will gladly be here in Canada. We have the loyal opposition. I'll gladly be the loyal opposition in the house, right? But I just want to see the reverse, like on like not just like when happened like Ultimate Showdown, but like en masse like Tekken players playing whatever new event. And it's like, man, I liked it so much better when sidestep was worse. Something like that. You know? And but you'll find someone who's unironically going to say it.
Oh
know?
yeah.
So
they're gonna be like, I wish sidestep didn't work as often as it does. I'm so annoyed people get sidestepping me because like I want to do linear attack, but they just keep hitting people.
Well, if you only play like, because I remember, I think it was like LA Akira was the first time I ever heard the term of turns in fighting games, right?
Yeah.
And this is way back in the day.
Oh yes.
And like, but if you just like, if you only play with a mindset of turn, take turn, take turn, you're always gonna get stepped every day.
Yes.
Of course you are.
Yes.
So, it's gonna be weird to see how it goes, because like, some of the things people fucking hate about Tekken 8 are like, throws track now. And like,
Yeah.
if you're coming in the VF, you're gonna really not like that either,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like, yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm liking Tekken 8. Because like
It's the most like VF it's ever been.
It
Other
is.
than Tekken 1, which was just copy paste, right?
it was the exact same
Yeah.
game, and unfortunately the 3F1, I mean, it was beautiful, but didn't age very well. One to play.
It was a good time. Like I remember the first time I saw it was in the bowling alley, right? And it's doing like the attract screen.
Yes.
And what really got me was they're showing Pi,
Yeah.
and like because Pi had the counter, right?
Uh-huh.
And the fact that she just grabbed the leg and threw the guy, I think it was like Lau or whatever, in the attract screen.
It's like, ah!
But like when you only played Mortal Kombat Street Fight, like there was nothing like that. Like people hit each other, but didn't like actually grab the limbs. So that was like the really like, wow, okay. And like for when I started like putting quarters in, like that's why I started playing Pi right away.
Yeah.
And then I see like, oh, it was like VF1 says like Origin or something. Like I play Wolf in like Origin Canada.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, why is Wolf Canada? Wolf is always a strange character. He has like the makeup too, and he's also Native American, but he's something else too.
It's well.
He's weird. Kind
Japan
of
still doesn't know how to make native characters, and that's fine. Like I'm part native myself, right?
Word.
Yeah. So like, and that's okay. I'm okay with it.
You're okay,
Like,
okay.
like I played T-Hawk, and like I looked at it not like, especially back. No one gave,
Back then,
no one
no
gave
one
a shit in
gave
the
a
90s. I'm gonna be the first. No one gave a shit back in the 90s. It was fine.
Yes.
All right. Like I wasn't offended. I'm like, oh, this guy's like a superhero. Same
Right?
reason I played Nightwolf.
Yes.
Like, oh, this guy's like a native superhero.
Yes.
Like, that's how I looked at it,
Yes.
right? But for Wolf, I think people take it wrong. It's like the face marking. It's like, no, he's not face marking because he's native. Because he's wrestling.
Right. It's wrestling makeup.
Find any native who has bright red hair. Probably
Yeah.
not.
No!
You know? Like,
Yeah, most people don't even know. That's the thing. Most people don't even know.
yeah.
And like, wait, Asuka's wishes she could have all. Okay, Jack's going someplace else.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. She would like to reversal an elbow or knee because she can't, because that's not how Tekken works.
Yeah.
Can't reverse elbows and knees.
Yes, reversals work in Tekken like Sabaki's doing Virtua
Yeah.
Fighter.
Like you have your fixed
Yeah.
the rule.
Yeah, yeah. But Aoi's the only one who can counter elbows and hit. Aoi can counter.
Okay,
anything.
Aoi can like counter like off the wall shit. I remember the first time I ever saw that like VF4 or whatever,
It looks
and she like
so-
she spins your ass around.
Yes, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I like it when she like counters like a body check or like a flip kick, because she'll like go ka. It's so cool.
Yeah. I played a lot of Aoi in VF4 specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I played her in 4 as well.
Yeah.
'Cause I like any character that has cancel mechanics, because she had a lot of cancels in that.
Mm-hmm.
Aoi has, I mean not Aoi, sorry. Xiao Yu has a lot of cancels in this too. So I had a lot of her movement in Tekken 8 like that. But she's more like Eileen than Aoi. Okay, yeah, I'm catching up with chat too. There was this Tekken player that I was teaching BF a couple years ago. Hey, Duroc! And what's his concept where empirical? We'll just need to drill him on how systems interacted. Yeah, like there are system-based games, and then there are like character interaction matchup-based games. And VF is a system game first, then matchup game.
Yeah. Like. Well, I was gonna say like any matchup you could think is mad is mostly just because like Akira versus Eileen.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not bad
bad.
because Akira. It's just bad because Akira's better.
Yes.
Not because like an intricacy of the matchup.
Right.
Not to say there's like, but it's just like Wolf versus character can be a bad match only when your back's to the wall. But that's
Yes.
not because the character.
Yes.
It's just because now you're in giant swing territory, right? Like so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's which is what keeps the game from becoming super unbalanced.
Yeah.
So like the system is what keeps VF, I think, in some ways pure, but also can make it for some people bland.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of know, okay, I do this, but the complexity isn't in the options themselves. It's in how you layer
it's like
them.
because it informs the whole. Like I was talking to one of the Red Bull guys, explaining like, okay, so Guile's fucked up at Street Fighter 6, but why isn't he top tier?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not top tier because JP exists, who's also top tier, but specifically JP does the zoning thing in a way that, because Guile does normal zoning.
Yeah.
JP is a Mortal Kombat character in disguise.
Yep.
So like, oh, the whole travel speed. No, my shit just hits you when you're there, right?
Yes.
So because he's there and he beats Guile, that means Guile. It's like, this is the whole thing. Okay, this is a grappler guy, right? You can't have the grappler be top tier, or the game will die.
Was that real?
No, it's been wrong a million times. Like Street Fighter 4, multiple points of Street Fighter 4's history. Vanilla Street Fighter 4, Zangief is the third best character in the game. Straight up, he is top tier. The only reason, but the number 2 and number 1 were Sagat and Ryu, who destroyed him.
Okay.
So, because
balance.
Yeah. But so no one complained, but then it's like, oh, well, it's the early version, like whatever. Then okay, let's move to the end. Ultra Street Fighter 4, Zangief is top tier.
Yeah.
And who people would bitch about? Rolento and Elena. Yeah. Not Zangief, and he's definitively top 5 in that game.
Wow.
In a game with like, fuck, it's gotta be over 40 characters in the US before.
Never even heard of it him being so strong.
Yeah, well, that was the golden era of Snake Eyes. If you ever heard him.
Yeah, yeah.
That was his golden era, right?
Okay.
And no one ever complained. He was not. Trust me, Rolento and Elena really messed up in their own ways, right? But like, and then when I think of like times like Street Fighter V Season 3, Abigail is super complained about, and he was mainly good, not top tier, but good. But he was like, he's killing the game, and yet you look at every tournament result in Season 3, you might be lucky for one Abigail in top 8, and it's always Rashid or Cammy winning.
I love Cammy.
Yeah.
God, I love Cammy so much. She's just beautiful. Well, as a grappler, I guess. I mean, she's pretty. So I actually find it really hard to fight against grapplers as Cammy, because I'm always.
Oh
scared.
no! And generally speaking, Rushdown loses the grappler.
Yeah.
Because you're doing the work for them. You're coming to them.
Yeah.
That's the whole fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't just zone you. I want to get in, but if I'm in, then you can throw me, and now I'm scared. So.
But yeah, there's so many things where like the grappler has been top tier, or very strong, like plus R Potemkin for Guilty Gear. He's not top tier necessarily, but he's strong. No one cares because he's Potemkin, right? Like there's so many examples of strong grapplers and no one cares, but people hype it up unreasonably.
Yeah. Fucked up.
Yeah, like people complain about Potemkin early in Strive, and like he's weak as a kid. You know. Like,
I think it's because they're just scary. People get scared of these
it's just mentally. They're mentally the scariest archetype.
They are. Yeah. Like when a light character that just like kind of picks and prods and just ships you down, they're annoying. But like, you know, you feel like I can just swat you away.
Well, like Potemkin Strive, he kills you in 3 grabs.
Yeah, you feel it.
And the first 2 do 99%.
Jesus.
Like, you know, like the third one's just get it done. Yeah.
To finish him off, Potemkin's an upstanding citizen in Strive. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's as honest gets. He has to earn his wins.
I think part of what makes people not play Virtua Fighter is because every character's a grappler.
I try to explain, like, of the DOA, depending on the character, right?
Yeah.
But overall, throws are the strongest 3D fighters in VF.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, throws in DOA are stronger.
Like, if you're against Hayabusa on a low wall stage, like, other than a ring out being an instant kill, there's nothing, because you'll take 70% of your life in one grab.
Yeah, that is.
Because he does the thing where he throws you up, he's gonna drop down, right?
Yeah.
Except you hit the wall, and then then depending on stage where it's an actual wall, so we can hit the wall and then hit this wall.
It's just.
So.
And you can't break it.
There's no you can't
no break.
The only throws you can break in DOA are regular base throws. Any throw with any directional input cannot be broken ever.
Yeah, it's a punish. It's a real punish.
But then again, unlike VF, all the throws have different startups.
Yeah. So
the base throw is fast, but you can tech. But like then like a throw like that's really fucked up could be like 26 frames.
Yeah. Like like in VF we would call those catch throws, right?
Well, you have catch throws in DOA too.
Oh.
And those are usually much slower.
Okay, so it's even slower than
that.
that.
Because normally throws still work on their VF rules of if you attack.
Yeah, you lose.
You the throw can't hit. But you still have catch throws to beat that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mother of grapplers. Yeah, I mean, DOA went in with.
It's just because there's situations like obviously not ring out.
Yeah.
But like Leon half circle forward throw, he just grabs you, fucking whips your ass, right?
Yeah.
So in DOA, it could be like whip your ass into the stage interaction, damage, then the stage fall, more damage, and like, so because there's no ring out, but like there's sure almost instant kill scenarios.
You get to die, but stylishly.
Yeah.
You don't just fall off the stage.
Yeah.
They should bring back like death ring outs where, like in VF3, you like fall into the water and like you drown.
Yeah.
Or like you're on a skyscraper and you
or
fall
the fucking
off.
like you fall 40 feet off the roof or whatever in VF3. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're dead. You're not getting back up from that.
Yeah.
It's the Helena reset throw. What's considered the best what in VF?
The best VF? I guess Final Showdown.
I mean, oh, I see. I didn't really read the question properly. Maybe I like Final Showdown the most because
it's easiest one to show people. Like it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of weird rules.
No, and like VF2 is probably the most popular one.
Like, you could say it's the most pure before we figured out how to make fighting games more in depth.
Yeah.
Because it was like any game at the time, we all just played by feel.
Yes.
But that play by feel was really good.
Yes. Yes. And like, so I went back to VF2 like years ago, to, like learn how to play it properly, and it is the most fucked up game. Like,
oh yeah, but that's the problem. We weren't supposed to learn the games back then.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's still good with the fucked up shit. Like the modern VF has just taken the fucked up shit in VF2 and made it better. It was just so good in that game. Like you had option selects. So modern VF, you had to option select either an attack or a defensive thing. In that version, you could option select an attack, a throw, and a counter all at the same time. So if they punch you, you counter them. If they don't.
I think is when we learned the Forbidden Tech. Like CVS2 is one of my favorites, right?
Yes.
Of like the late '90s, everyone says Third Striker Marvel. Like I'm a CVS2 guy.
Yeah.
And roll canceling. Oh, every attack has invincible startup once you learn it.
Crazy.
Yeah. But then the meta shifted around it, right?
Yeah.
Which I wasn't a fan of. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the worst things that happened to fight, like legit, one of the worst things that happened to fighting games was us getting good at fighting games.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. We broken. I mean, it's what I was saying in my stream the other day, earlier today, actually, about Final Showdown. Because I have complaints about the game, like weight wise, I think is fucked that like the mid.
Like I'm just removing.
Yeah,
like,
get rid of it.
Taka can be Taka because that's his character.
He's fine.
But everyone else just fucking normal. Like, and I said in the video, either do health. If that's what you actually wanted was the balancing mechanic, which is fucked up because it's obviously not true.
Fine.
Because like, who's the best character? Is Akira who's heavier? Taka who's the heaviest?
Yes.
And like, Taka's the best character in the game at every level other than the most elite.
Yeah.
Like once you know, like, okay, so his fuzzy's worse and all that bullshit, right? But any level below that, he's the best character.
He's the best fucking character.
So obviously it worked in reverse.
Yes.
But either do health or just fuck it and make everyone just like 1,000 health or whatever, like normalize it across the board.
Yeah.
Like.
I'd rather they normalize it.
I'm fine with that too. I just mentioned health values in the video because like that's what it's supposed to be, right?
Effectively, it's like a skill-based lowered health.
Yeah.
Like if you're good enough, you get to take this damage off this character. But like, I also don't like foot stances. That's gonna be sacrilegious. People are gonna get mad at me for that. But like, I don't like foot stances in combos. I don't mind it on like when you're doing half circulars. Like that's fine. Even for wall hits, that's fine. I just don't want combos because
it's just gonna be it's hitbox bullshit.
Yeah.
As an like, I guess I play fucking everything. I don't know.
You do.
But as an like, more than anything, I feel I'm always associated with Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. And Mortal Kombat because it has flip stance. Over the years, they've gotten better at trying to stamp that shit out.
Yes.
But it's always still there.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it can only be like, I get one more jab in the combo if I know and I pay attention on this specific character mat.
Yeah.
Like versus like MK9. MK9 was rotten with open close stance combos. Rotten with it.
Fuck that.
So like if you put a mind to it, you can mostly stamp it out.
Okay.
But you'll never get rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll stay. So maybe just make it less.
Yeah.
Of a thing.
Like if I go to like virtuafighter.com and bust up the old FS move list and I like click this and I see the little scritches of like open close combos and like just fucking across the board.
Yeah. And certain characters, like Eileen's actually one of them, certain combo starters, they vary based on the weight and the stance.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like a minor change. It's like the whole route changes based on what they were in this stance or that stance. So I have to like instantly recognize, okay, they're in this stance. Sometimes if my opponent didn't attack, their foot stance changed, but I couldn't see it because their attack came out, but it didn't come out, so I didn't see the change in foot stance, and I dropped the combo. It's just so frustrating. So just
Like I said, as someone who wants VF to be popular
Yeah.
and appeal to the modern audience in massive numbers as it could.
Yep.
Like, it'd benefit them. Obviously, once that you can't remove it because there's weird hitbox, hurtbox bullshit. Like, it's never gonna be all the way gone.
Of course.
But like to minimize it to the degree that they can, it would be to their benefit.
Yeah. Find ways to stabilize the combos.
Because it's not even like take the mindset of like I learned this to gain an advantage. It's the mindset of like say someone accidentally learned the combo, the one like say we just start practice mode, so we're both facing out, and then turns out combo doesn't face, and like and they learn that mid match.
Yeah.
But then they think they dropped it, and then it happens again. They get frustrated, and they don't know why, right?
Yes.
Like that's the bad thing you gotta.
That's what you gotta deal with.
Yeah.
That's part of why I like how Tekken 8's combos.
Yeah, because Tekken you don't switch.
I,
But like you'd have to in VF.
yes.
But that's part of the reason why it never happens in Tekken is because you don't switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have like that tornado system, which kind of functions as a stabilizer.
Yeah.
Like you get to the tornado, and then you do the same thing after tornado. You can kind of vary things up as you want after that.
But then the thing about Tekken is because then it removes half circles.
Yeah.
Because like if you're once again, it's a wolf guy, right?
Right.
Half circle back punch.
Yeah.
What stance? Like it really matters. You got to pay
does,
attention because
it
it's a
does.
counter hit launcher,
It
right?
does, it does.
So if you step me the right way, you have to pay attention.
Yeah, that I want to keep. So I don't.
So you have to have open close in that degree.
Yes. Yes. Just make it matter less for combos and do whatever they have to do for the hurt boxes to work. So that I think whatever they end up doing to fix the weight classes, if they make those either more uniform or less wonky.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
Or at the very least, just actually make it hard weight, like code it.
Yes.
Not Jackie's heavier than Akira, who's heavier than Lei, who's heavier than Go, and like fucking working our way down the pile, you know?
Yeah, and also like their stances are different. So certain characters when they're in the air, the reason why you get like bigger combos on certain characters is because they're longer.
Yeah.
But they're heavier, but they're longer.
As a bear player, like that's the only problem with Tekken. The bounding box in Tekken is like the same for everyone mostly, except for the bears. Bounding box is still here, but their feet are slightly below.
Exactly.
And that's why. But bears have combos where you can do more, but also certain starters don't work the same on bears.
Same. That's like every character in Virtua Fighter, basically. And sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. So whatever they can do to make that more. Limey, did you see me lose to a bear today in a tournament? Because that's what happened. I lost to a bear. But I did have bear combos, but I didn't lose because of that.
I actively shout people down on Twitter when they post bear combos.
Limey was like, "Do you got bear combos? You don't got bear combos, do you?" I'm like, "Yes, I got bear combos."
I hope people don't.
I did.
There's some messed up combos against the bears.
Xiao Yu gets that down back, that little like kneecap move. She can do a free 3K. Not 3K. What's it called? 3. I'm like mixing up VF and like Tekken notation together. And it's awesome. Bears are characters of all time, the best characters. Yeah, they are certainly characters of a time.
True Ogre and Tekken. Yeah, True Ogre is a whole fucking thing.
What was he like a real character?
He can fly out of combos.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah, that's not good.
Tag is not balanced.
No.
Yeah.
Kangaroo TLC win. Chat's very funny today. Chat, you're doing very well today, I must say. You're making me look good today. I appreciate you, chat, for being good. I'm most of my VFers are here actually too. A lot of folks are here. Wave Under Kobe's one of my VFers. Limey is the guy I fought to win the first one of those in grand finals, and I did a monkey teabag on him during the match, mid-match. It wasn't a teabag, it was a technique, but I did it. And I'm very proud of myself for that because it was fun.
Well, MK1 graduated teabags, now it's actual taunts.
Yeah.
So if you hit down...
Sorry, go ahead.
If you hit down so many times in a certain amount of frames, then your character does a taunt.
I love it.
Yeah. So they're just like, fuck, if you're going to do it, because MK is the worst game for people teabagging each other.
Of course.
And it's funny, because everyone has their own negative thing. Like, Tekken is obviously the worst at fucking rage quits.
I love you, Limey.
Yeah. Because there's no punishment.
Why? Why is it like this?
In Street Fighter, you rage quit. Not only do you lose, the other guy gets a win, you're put in the rage quitter queue. Mortal Kombat has quitalities, so you can extra just Twitter people, right?
Yeah.
And you still get the win. And Tekken?
They seem to be worried about lawsuits. And like they're saying people are suing them for banning them. Which I imagine other
Well,
companies have that
whatever
problem.
they got, they figured it out last night because Low Tier God got permanent.
I saw that.
Yeah. So
His main account, one of his accounts. I heard him say.
if they're smart, they are paying attention to the 16 other accounts. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope they are. And these other people who apparently have been cheating for a long time, and they aren't banned. So like, I don't follow close enough because I don't care personally. It's not my. This is a waiting room for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing this because VF6 isn't here.
Yeah.
And once VF6 shows
I like Tekken as well.
Yes.
Right now, I'm in the Street Fighter Season 2 waiting.
Shit, yeah. I mean, if Cammy gets changed drastically, I might come back to Tekken.
I just want some small thing. Like the only thing I want, like I don't care about tiers. Like I'll play garbage. I'm famous for playing bad characters.
Yeah.
I just want Honda because Honda's a gimmick. Straight up, he's a gimmick. I don't like it. I don't like him being gimmicky. I wish he would like Street Fighter 5 Honda is one of my favorite. He is the most. Everyone complains about Honda in every version, every game doesn't matter. But 5 Honda is like super fundamentally sound.
Okay.
Like he's low tier.
I believe you. I don't know anything about it.
So and for Lily, T-Hawk is also bad, but he was fun. Lily is a unfun version of T-Hawk.
That's not.
She needs an install to do what he can do on demand whenever he wants, and even then, his version of it is still better than her install version.
Wow, they really didn't want to make her good.
They did everything they could to make her bad.
Yeah. And she's a cute little girl too. Like I think, like I like Lily's design.
Yeah, I once again, I'm part native.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that always bugged me is that they call her clubs the Pomagogans or whatever.
Oh, is that okay?
And I'm like, as someone who owns one of these,
oh my god,
I'm like, I've never heard this term in my life before. You know?
Yo, you need to bust those out. Like,
well, Lord knows I don't want to be that guy who's like, you're getting my culture wrong. Like,
no, I just want to see them. Please, just be like,
I definitely cannot, like, because I also own things like gunstock clubs and all that. Like, I have, some people collect samurai swords. That's what I do, right?
Yeah.
I definitely cannot bring that over international borders.
Sure, you're probably right.
Yeah.
They're real weapons. So, like, do they look like the ones in...
Yes, and don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining.
No, I know you're not complaining.
The style of club is very much a Great Lakes, like, style, like, so it would be like Iroquois, Mohawk. You find that there. You certainly wouldn't find that in Mexico. That's fine. It looks cool. I get it. That's fine. I'm not.
Of course.
But then I just say, that's what they call them. Like, I've never heard that term in my life. You know, like if you want to, sure, but like, I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
they did the little, that's something also Harada seems like I remember when Leroy came out, like as a DLC. And I didn't really play that game then, but I saw the character, and like what we tweeted, this is really cool. This dude looks like somebody I'd see in the street. Like, I literally feel like I've seen Leroy walking down the block in Harlem.
Yeah, it's like for easier, just because obviously for native people, fuck if I know anything about like people like in Nevada.
Yeah.
Like we're not the same people. I'm like, all over North, it's completely different.
Yes.
We're all like, so you can't just have like one catch-all.
No.
So that's why I like Seahawk, because he's just like, is he stereotype? Sure. Fucking the biggest stereotype ever. But like, I'm okay with like some people, I don't know. You live your life.
Yes.
But like, I'm okay with just the amalgamation.
Yeah.
Because Lily is just like a mix of like
a lot of
North America, put it out.
Boom.
Because you can't, if you're specifically doing one real world culture, then that's the problem where like people will start laser on you, right?
Yes.
But you see, like, Leroy's just a guy.
And like, so I commented on how great it was, and then Harada quote retweeted my tweet and was like, "Thank you. We really worked hard to like make this character like resonate with folks, and like look like a real person." Leroy is the best in all of fighting games black character I've ever seen. Like, he is just fucking perfect.
Yeah. I think he's great representation. Like, obviously, like, say Street Fighter 2, like Rog.
Yes.
Like, it was Mike Tyson. Sure.
Oh, yes.
And I got like, I grew up in like small town Quebec, right?
Yeah.
So like, to me, like, Mike Tyson, like, I see Monty, like,
He's
small
badass.
town, like, I'll be like, other than like native people.
Yeah.
Small town Quebec does not have a wide racial representation. Let's put it that way, right?
Yes. Raven's good too. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Woodman.
Even the Ravens is like, to me, I see Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
I just see like you're a character, not your own guy.
Yes.
Right? That's what I. So
Yes.
Leroy was his own guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a great distinction, right? Because Barwell was basically
He's Tyson.
He's Tyson. And like, okay, cool, fine. You're making a character. Nago's also pretty good. I don't know much about Nago other than that he exists.
I do like as a Canadian, I fixate on country stuff, right?
Yeah.
So Nagoriyuki is a Nigerian. I think he's the only Nigerian.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like when lesser, because like I use VF1 as an example for a lot of people. Like we have Australian, and he's Jeffrey's Aboriginal, right?
Yes.
And Wolf's native, and less so much over the years, because then like Jean's another Japanese guy, whatever.
Right.
But like I feel like you have, like imagine this. This is the easiest layup ever because Tekken already fucked it up. We get a new character who's from Pakistan in VF.
Easy.
And like you lost the war. Like this is the emerging market. You built Tekken, and then you get one upped on that.
Yep. Because
Like,
Shaheen sucks.
how was there not a new character who was from Pakistan?
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Where is Shaheen supposed to be from?
Nebuliously Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Yeah. I thought Rock from Soul Edge, Rock Caliber days was cool. He's pretty cool.
Rock's a native character. That's why I played Rock 2 back in the day.
Yeah.
He's native. Technically he's British, but he's stranded in North America. But
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's tricky, you know, character representation and all that. I
just go like it's Wolf, Canadian and like to me, pro wrestling Canadian is cultural representation.
Yeah.
The overwhelming percentage of like America's roughly 10 times bigger than Canada, and yet half of all good pro wrestlers are Canadian.
I didn't know that.
Like, I don't know if you know the gentleman Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Bret is I'm not joking. He's a national hero in Canada. Okay.
I didn't know he was Canadian.
Yeah. Well, almost every wrestler you've ever known is Canadian.
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk is American, which is good because now you can claim him. That's your problem.
I know.
But then again, we have Chris Benoit, so like.
What about? Let's caught that. What about the Undertaker?
Undertaker's he's a real Texan boy.
Okay. Who else we have?
It's funny too. The Rock is. He plays it both ways.
He's panoramic.
Because he's American black when he wants to be, but he's also Samoan when he wants to be.
Right. He's both. Is he both? I actually don't know what
he's both.
Okay.
But he'll, depending on what time the news cycle favors, he's one or the other.
Yeah, that sounds like the news cycle for that. I don't know a lot of wrestlers.
Oh, like Brad, Jericho,
Okay.
Edge and Christian.
Don't know them.
I'm trying to think, like Hogan's Hogan.
Yeah.
Andre lived in Canada for a while, but he's from France.
Oh, I know he's from France.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, he's the French giant, right?
That's what he was.
He's Andre Roussimoff.
I love it.
And he lived in Quebec for a while just because he speaks French, but then he does the French thing of like, even though he had a whole accent, but he does the usual French thing of talking down to Quebec. And it's fine, because like I'm from Quebec, you can talk down to Quebecers all you want. Right?
Quebecois?
Quebecois.
Yes. I don't even know why.
I can't say without disdain in my voice.
Yeah, why do people hate Quebec people so much? What's the deal?
They're awful.
Okay.
They're awful.
Oh god, it's okay.
I get when I bring up Quebec, like I have a chip on my shoulder, right? I don't know if you ever heard about the referendums.
No.
Quebec tried to separate from Canada.
Wait, that's a real thing? That wasn't as a meme? That was like real?
It was very deadly real. Like, I can tell you about the language laws.
Oh my god.
And
Quebec.
Okay, French and English. Say your English is 1 point fine higher.
Yeah.
Fine. Shut down your business if you don't pay it fast.
Oh my god.
Not a joke. Not a joke. Right now, I'm going through problems because they just recently changed the laws again. My birth certificate was like, it's disintegrated. It's old, right? Mm-hmm. And now I legally am not allowed to get my birth certificate, even though I had it originally in English. I legally cannot get it in English anymore. I also cannot die in English anymore. As a Quebecois citizen, born in Quebec, I will die in French against my will.
God!
Yeah. And it just gets so much worse. Like, if you moved to Quebec today, and say you had whatever amount of kids, your kids were legally not allowed to go to English school.
What?
Mine could, because I went to English school. Because there's a thing called Bill 101, which is basically a breeding program to breed English people out of Quebec.
Jesus Christ.
And I could go so much further.
Quebecois is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's real.
I tell people I didn't leave Quebec, I escaped.
Yeah, you ran.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm glad you got out of there. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, so when people make fun of Quebec, don't worry. Even as a Quebecer, Quebecois,
Yeah.
I don't stand up for it.
That is
And
so
like I know I
wild.
get some people mad at me on Twitter and stuff like,
Yeah.
well, you just say this. And like, I always say, well, are you from Montreal? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, exactly. You're in the fake area we built for the tourists,
Oh.
and that's not real Quebec.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to Montreal before I went.
That's the North Korean propaganda place we put
Yeah.
up for the tourists.
Yeah.
And the rest of Quebec is not like that.
Golly.
Yeah.
That's wild. Welcome to your... Wait, Kobe, are you there too? Are you in Quebec? I thought you were West Coast. I heard Quebec City is fun.
If you're from Quebec, it is.
Yeah. It's Disneyland, whole bunch of Mickey activity in there. Yeah, Quebec City's fun too. I had no
If you're
idea.
from Quebec, it is. Or if they know you're...
Not from there?
If they know specifically you're a tourist.
Okay.
But if they know you are come from Quebec but Anglo,
Yep.
like English first,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, they act like that. That is wild.
That's not. I didn't mean this. I always do this. I don't mean to turn this into Quebec bitch. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I do this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Doesn't I got no. This has basically become a talk show now. We're just talking
I guess.
with Tekken in the background, playing with not Tekken music. It's just my main menu, so it's very relaxing actually. But you see how like I get like about half and half, right? Like on you, this is the YouTube up here, and this is the Twitch.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So like together, we like hitting in here, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I gotta
But-
figure out multi-streaming eventually.
Yeah, so I use Restream. Here I'll do you want me to show you? Or you-
Well, I'll figure out my own time.
Okay. No,
It's something because like I don't even know, like 16,000 followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
I have 220,000 subscribers on YouTube. right?
Yeah.
One number bigger than other.
You'll get people on YouTube
Yeah.
real easy. Imagine watching on YouTube this post. Yeah, most of so the thing with Twitch, hey Shinryo Koken, the thing with YouTube is like in some ways it's better, in other ways it's worse. Like Twitch is way easier to moderate, because like there isn't as much discoverability. I find that my most out of line comments will come from my YouTube stream. So I am very hammer of the law, low bullshit meter for YouTube. Live stream comments on Twitch, I can be a little more like relaxed because if a Twitch viewer is sus, they tend to get sussed out very easily and quickly. But YouTube, they can just make a new account or like I don't know what it is about YouTube. YouTube brings more like just not cool people.
Well, because YouTube, you're only on Twitch to watch streaming. YouTube,
Yes.
you might just catch a stream while you're looking for other stuff.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So they just aren't like hip. The thing is, you see, not USA, but representative USA. No one in the city is representative. I mean, don't get me started on New York City. I love my city. Toronto's a decent enough. It's what.
Toronto's fine. Toronto's perfectly, and Montreal's perfectly fine too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and one thing, I'm just a guy. I grew up. I have chips on my shoulder for so many different bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm not a bias. I am a biased source.
Yes.
So I'll be the first to admit.
Yes. Yeah. I find New York City to be not representative of the rest of the country as well. I don't know.
Unlike say San Francisco,
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone shit in the street while I've been here.
Oh, you're fortunate. If you walk like that block, like go one block over, make a left,
All right.
you will.
All right. Well, I've only was in San Francisco for 2 days and I saw it 3 times.
Okay, so we're passing that bar. I'm
Yeah.
glad. We're passing the shit bar.
Yeah.
We have less shit on the streets that's visible to be shot on. I think our shitters are just better at hiding it
Maybe.
because
More
they
pro.
go behind cars.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh no, dude! I was like, thoroughfare, just open, just pants off.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. That's something else. They at least hide. You'll know it's human shit because like it looks different than
Yeah.
dog shit. Like that's how you'll know.
No, it was an experience. That was when I was at I was there for Papa Capcom. Their offices are just like right there in San Fran.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I was like, oh. I
This
was like, and on certain terms, I don't mean this necessarily in a bad way.
no.
If this happened in my town, my small town, you would be beaten in the streets.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
As one who's sitting in the street with their ass out should get ass beaten.
But
Your
yeah,
ass
people
down.
just walk by.
Yeah. Well, because at least in the city, like yeah, right. So in the city, right? If you see someone doing some really weird shit, you don't want to fuck with that person because that person's not okay, and they might fuck with you. That person might be so out of their mind, they might fight you. So you just gotta say, okay, I'm just gonna hope you don't see me.
That's the thing, because you walk by and you don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I know everybody I walk
Oh.
by. Right?
Yeah.
Small town living. So,
right.
so something fucked up happened. Like, there will be repercussions.
Like, hey, Jimmy Bob, what the fuck you doing, Jimmy Bob?
Yeah. Like you say that. There's a tractor right outside my house.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my tractor, but like there is.
Yes. Yes. See, that's like my floor. It's like I'm in an apartment. Right? So I know there are not like a ton of people who live in this building. So I know most people in the building.
I know everyone on the south side town.
There you.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is so. How many people are in there? Like, is it like?
Oh, it depends on how you phrase a town, because technically it's two different. Like basically like at 4,000.
Wow, that's a lot of people to know.
Well, I don't know. Like I'm saying, the south side town.
Yeah.
And like I don't like. I see everyone every day. Like I know a couple, like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Because I see them every day.
Of course. I mean that.
Because we're like originally my town's claim to fame is like we're a retirement town, because half the town is ultra rich, millionaires, lots of millionaires.
That's wild.
And then another part, just like go down 2 blocks, is like okay, meth heads.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a very big dichotomy. Because our town has a very giant. We're the city of 1,000 islands. So like St. Lawrence River, all tour boats, like it all money comes in.
Yep.
So the part on the water is super rich. The part further from the water you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah. That's a lot like, well, that's not like Manhattan in a sense. But Manhattan, you have really rich places directly next to really poor places.
Yeah.
Like one block will be really nice, and the next block, or a few houses over, will just be like, just the worst.
Well, and like, I joke, but like part of the thing is also the town is like very centered. So all the small farming communities, they come to town. Like the joke was, and it was a good joke at the time. It's like, well, we have the Walmart.
Oh, okay.
And to be fair, at the time, up until about 6 or 7 years ago, it was the biggest Walmart in North America.
Wow. But wait, it went away?
No, it's just they built a bigger one in the States. But it's legitimately, it's like a mega building.
Do you like Walmart? We don't have them here, so I don't know what they're like.
This is good. You get a lot of stuff in one spot.
Is it like good quality stuff? Is it like a like?
I'd say, and from my perspective only,
yeah.
Low price, medium quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Costco's.
We don't have Costco's. I hear the legend of Costco. I wish I could get Costco.
What about Target?
I think there's Targets in Toronto and like the city, but we don't have one.
Damn. I guess a lot of things are. So we have Targets here.
Yeah.
Getting a Target in Manhattan was a really big deal. Because a lot of folks, basically a lot of New York City folks don't want any of those major chains here. So like Costco's was a big deal to get here. Walmarts are banned. They will never be in the city, ever. Like ever.
I worked at the Walmart when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I hated it, but like everyone hates their job when they're young. So
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other, but people who know better than I do seem to have much stronger feelings than I do about it. So I'm like, Costco, I hear people really like working there. And they do good benefits, and they seem like they're pretty dope as an employer, so people seem to be happy. Walmart, I hear people don't like it there so much.
no, I did not have fun there.
Yeah.
I got a small term back injury from Walmart. So
Big bodega is strong in New York City. You know, you joke, but it's true.
I've seen the memes where people are like, oh, you just go down the thing. I'm like, yeah, we have the two. It's called the gas station.
My bodega's right down the block. Literally, it's like 2 blocks down that way.
Yeah, and I also have small stores. I can go. I see that. Like, I don't know if it's like you've never left the city and you don't understand.
I know.
This is normal in the whole continent.
Yes.
But
Well, not in America though. No, not in USA. There are a lot of places where like there's no bodega. You're just in a full place of houses and there's nothing. You can't even walk. There's nowhere to go. It's
like
wild.
even my spot that I was like a million options.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's not this. Maybe that even isn't normal in USA generally outside of the cities. Like I used to live in Westchester, which is like upstate New York, and anywhere farther up north from where we are here is kind of like that. Like there's nothing there. It's just houses. Like there's no sidewalk.
Super suburb.
Yeah. All suburbs are just suburb. Like there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no shops. There's no. And if they are shops, they're closed. So like at midnight, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can go down the street, get whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. I love that. But a lot of
At
places,
Walmart, 24/7.
that's so rare.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right, Devaki Bruce. Right, that's not true literally anywhere he's been. Exactly. So it might be. Oh, Brazil, let's go. I know. Did you know there's a big Brazilian BFC?
I don't know.
There is a. They found me way back when Open Showdown was becoming a thing. And were telling me how bad the network is for them.
Make 30 Canadian. Sorry, I'm reading the comment. You make 30 Canadian an hour. Make it more than me.
Extra Sundays. I remember you were telling me that what was it? The rate one makes on YouTube is like, even if you're really successful, it's still like rough. Like it's tight.
My friend who worked, I don't know if you have Shoppers Drug Mart here as a brand.
Mm-hmm. What's it called?
Shoppers Drug Mart.
Never heard of it.
Oh, well, I'm sure you have like a comparable pharmacy brand, right?
Okay.
And he just works at Shoppers, and like he makes more than me.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm the one who gets flown across the world, and he just does his 9 to 5, and he makes more than I do.
Yeah.
So.
That is.
Like granted, like I have big months sometimes. Like
of course.
like today is what, the 16th?
Yes.
Okay, so on the 21st, I'll get my paycheck for the launch month for Tekken.
Mm.
And that will be bigger. Because the videos did good.
Very well.
And how I look at it, as someone who's done a lot of farm work in his life,
Yes.
I look at it like it's hay season.
Yes.
I farm the hay, that's when we get paid.
Yep.
And then when it just goes back to normal, and I make shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I save my money because I don't spend it. So then
Right.
that subsidizes me for
Right.
every other month.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a smart way to think of it. So you edit all your own content. Like you don't have an editor or nothing. Yeah.
Like how could I?
Right. If I'm
If it's news, do I have to say something? And like and it's breaking news.
Yeah.
Do I have to hope you're awake?
Yes.
Randomly?
Yes.
And like, cause every hour, the way I look at it, every hour I'm late, I lose 5,000 views, if not more, on breaking news. So I have to be ready, and like for like say the Steve guy I did, right? So I always, if the video is an hour long, you better believe there's 3 hours of content minimum,
Right.
and probably like 5 hours of raw footage.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so now if you're an editor, you would have to know Steve as well as I do
Yes.
to know what to cut.
Oh, I see.
So like there's very like the thing editors are great for is the exact content I don't make, which is here's my stream, chop,
Right.
YouTube video.
Right.
That you can pass the raw file on.
Yeah.
Okay, just find what's cool, go. Or
Right.
like you know roughly what you said, highlight these, go.
Mhm.
And I don't make those videos.
I see.
Yeah.
So like, if I were to want to get an editor for my style of content, like that would.
That'd be
work.
great, yeah. As long as it doesn't need like as long as whatever you say in the video is like isn't time sensitive, then yeah, go for
Which
it.
isn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
My news videos do terribly anyway.
Like Justin has an editor, like because he does that. Like he's just like maybe he'll have a topic, but as long as it's not time sensitive, hand it off to the editor. They chop it up. They give you the raw MP4. You upload, go.
That's what's up.
Or like Justin has a channel manager, I think. So like he doesn't even upload the videos. He just streams and goes from there, right? So
Yeah. So that would be a dream. Like if I could just stream, which wouldn't happen, most likely, because that's a lot of work. You have to like get there first, or spend a lot of money. I'm not willing to.
like
do
I
that.
want to stream more, but like
Yeah.
for me it's like do video, do editing, blah 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 blah, and by the time I'm done, like some like longer videos, like I might spend like fucking in one day, let alone capturing is a whole other thing. Just editing the video could be like 8-10 hours.
Yes, easy.
And then like, okay, I'm done. Do I want to now boot up the game I was just editing the video for and like capturing?
Yeah.
No, I'm
You're tired. Yeah.
Netflix, click.
That's why I don't edit.
Yeah.
I used to edit my videos, and like, they didn't do that well. Granted, I wasn't as good at making content then, but still, it didn't do that well for how much effort I put into it. So I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna stream.
That's another problem for like maintaining the competitive edge too, like that.
Yes.
Like when there's a patch or a new character, then like my brain rewrites itself and I have like the obsession.
Yes.
So then I can be 10 hours in and then like, okay, now I need more.
More
Yeah.
content.
And like when season 2 Street Fighter drops, that'll happen.
Yep.
If we have KOF season 3 dropping, that'll probably happen there too. Like so like I managed to hit like just obsessive mode and I'll just go for 18 hours a day and like sleep for a bit and then back into the game.
Right.
And like I guess it's a benefit.
Yes.
Like for what I do, not necessarily for a normal human being.
No.
But yeah, just editing's good. I worked myself into this weird hyper niche corner, like where there's like people of roughly my size on YouTube are already very rare. How many are this? Like 10?
I think so.
Something like that. Maybe 11.
Not a lot.
Yeah. And like, and I'm the only one who does it this specific way.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Which is good, Because I feel like if I did it the same way everyone else did, maybe I wouldn't have made it.
Maybe.
But it also means like I figured out the gimmick, and I kind of got to keep going with the gimmick, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out what my gimmick is. I think I might have found one that might work. We'll see. We'll see how long the legs are, because like you said, you have a harvest, and then like you have to see whether
but way back in the day, that's why I decided to do news. It's like I'm making all these guides, like theoretically, not theoretically, like there's just simply a finite amount of guides. Eventually, I'll cover every character. Yeah. I'll do this. I'll cover every concept. Like then what?
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, well, news is always happening. So then all of a sudden now I can fill a day here, fill a day there, and eventually it became like a big thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The news is like editing is satisfying but confusing. It's a super time consuming.
It's
I like it.
That's the thing. It's time consuming.
It's fun, but it's fucking time consuming.
I don't find it fun.
When you do it like. Well,
when you put as many hours as I have, there's no more fun.
No, it's like, oh god, I gotta do this thing.
Like, oh man, you play video games for a living? No, I play video editing for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I edited, I would spend hours on it, and like, it only made my content a little bit better, but because I didn't have much skill at it. If I'd gotten better.
Yeah. Like, so that's my greatest, because everyone says like, oh, you're such a great talker. I'm like, oh, well, thank you, right? But like, my greatest skill is I can bullshit really good, so I don't. Even though I spend so much of my time in editing, it makes me have to edit less. So I can just go. Like everyone's like, well, so what's your script? I'm like,
don't have a script.
Script?
Yeah.
Like the most I'll do on like the big guides, I'll be like, don't forget to say this.
Yes.
Like a notepad file, notepad.txt, right? And like, don't forget to say this. Otherwise, I just go.
Yep.
So I still spend a lot of time editing, but I don't spend a lot of time pre-set up. I just see the thing, and like, okay, here. Hello and welcome. And let's go from there.
Opener, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I remember my first time through college, we had a presentations course, right? And we had 2 months to do what I can't even remember what it was. And I just didn't. I forgot. Fuck it. Done. And like I only remembered like the day before, and I didn't even prep. I didn't even rush. I just went and I bullshitted it on the spot for 40 minutes.
You were on it.
And I got a 92.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I learned like, okay, I can just go.
That's all you need to do.
That's my skill.
He did the thing. Bespoke hello and welcome.
Oh yeah.
Loves it.
People ask me too, like if I have like I just drag an MP3, it just says it every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I just do it
every time.
Because there's times like one day maybe I'll release the Roofle tapes, right? And I'll be like, hello, and then I just hear like biker go by, and they're like, hello, fuck. Stop, delete, restart.
Yeah.
Or like if the drunks are like, there is a whole archive. Well, I don't save them, but Lord knows I shouldn't, so I don't. But like of me screaming at the people outside.
Yes, get the fuck out of there.
Because once again, I have the bar in front of me, and then the meth heads live behind the bar. So.
Man, that is rough.
And like I said, I got small town, so many wannabe fucking bikers.
Yeah.
And like I grew up in Ville de Montagne. That was Rock Machine territory. They were at war with the Hells Angels. It was a whole thing. Wow. That's why the government cracked down on the biker. I know what the real bikers are.
Shit.
Right? So when I see these wannabes.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
He knows. This guy is a non-biker, but he knows bike
lore.
Oh,
I know it because if you were in Quebec in the time frame, it was non-negotiable. It was the thing.
You had to learn.
I'm sure you've all heard of this gang called the Hells Angels.
Oh yeah, that's
like, I know they were founded in California, but their base of operations is in Montreal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a whole thing. The only reason they cracked down is they did a car bomb to try to kill a guy. It was like a nail bomb.
Oh!
And they accidentally killed a couple kids.
Jesus.
And that's finally when like we're done.
Yeah.
Like their laws changed and everything, right?
That sounds so irritating.
But yeah, so when I see like these like this guy's like 58 and like he's got like his like he ordered off Amazon like fucking cut and everything. I'm like, no, dude, come on.
Bullshit.
We're not doing this.
Ain't real.
You hang out at Tim Hortons all day, like.
Oh my god. Oh man. Making video game videos, speaking, dodging bombs. That's him. That was him. Well, it would have been where he grew up.
Like, it's what I grew up. Like the reason I had an arcade, it was a Rock Machine front. Like legit. Like the bikers are always in the back.
Yep.
But that was the arcade.
Yep.
So you could always go there and there's a bunch of kids and you see much guy just fucking smoking. They flick cigarettes at us too and shit. Like it was a whole thing.
See, that's why my mom, when I was younger, wouldn't let me go to the arcade, except for on after school on Fridays, because like I could just stay as long as I wanted to on those days. But during the regular days, I couldn't go to the arcade because my mom was like, That's where the gangs are. You can't. I don't want you going there.
Yeah.
And
Well, it was very literally like everyone knew, right?
Yeah.
But they're just like it's free money.
Yes.
So they may fuck with the kids a bit, but like they never tried anything untoward on that.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom was just very protective, and like she was right. The gangs were there. You know, she wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
So I part of why I like our modern scenes. Like we can play in all kind of places.
Well, now all that
it's gone.
The violence of like crime violence way worse in the 90s than it is now. Like we're actually so much better now.
Yeah. Shit was rough. We grew up in a rough time.
Yeah.
Like,
we did.
You know.
We did. Like it was actually bad.
Yeah. So.
Like because you watch movies from the 90s and you see all this gang shit like.
Yeah.
Because obviously the movies play it up a bit,
of
right?
course they do.
But like it was there. Like
it
nowadays, like there's just so many more laws to get rid of the gangs and all that. Like we solve problems or whatever, but like it's not like it was.
No.
Yeah.
No, shit was rough. I used to walk home from school and I'd see kids getting beat the fuck up on my walk home, and I lived in a nice area, you know. So yeah, it was things were rough. So things have gotten better. Yeah, Chad's just hearing that. Like yeah. That's why the other day, like Chad was asking me, oh, you know, Tricky, if you had to fight in real life, what would be your soundtrack? And I said it wouldn't be a soundtrack. The soundtrack would be them screaming, my opponent screaming, basically, because that's what would happen. But there's no like fighting in real life isn't really it. Like it's not.
No, it's not.
It's fun to fight in the game, but like in real life,
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. I think it was a coffee to put my observations hat on. It's 10 o'clock. It's this is my bewitching hour actually. Chat. Thank you for hanging out for so long. Roofalmonger. Roofal. Not anything else. Those two names. Do you want to outro yourself or
If we're closing up, thanks to everyone for watching, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks for watching me get bodied in Tekken 8 tournament run. I got one win. That's better than I got last time I was in a tournament. So the second tournament, well, technically my third bracket. My first tournament was 2 weeks ago, and then I have redemption bracket, and I got 4th place in the redemption bracket, which was
okay. That works.
Pretty good. And this one, I did well until I started fighting Raijin level players, and then I started losing. So anyone who thinks rank doesn't matter, fucking Raijins kick my ass consistently because they're better players than I am. So I'm not there yet. I will get there. Give me some time. How long it'll take, I don't know, but we'll get there. Just a matter of time. Just wait somebody else. Thank you, chatters. John R. Monk.
In case anyone's wondering the name, I am a Michael. Once again, I grew up in rural Quebec, super Catholic.